Hey, thank you for coming back. And today I'd like to talk to you about another flashlight. And it's this one right here. This is the Warsun T7 Flashlight. Now, they consider it a work light, but I'm going to call it a flashlight. It comes in this nice little box right here. Gives you a little bit of stuff here, a little bit of information on the back, not a whole lot. Inside the box, you get a charging cable. USB type A to USB type C. It's not very long, but they give you one. And you get a little user manual. Doesn't give you a whole lot of information in here. It's in a couple different languages, as you can see right there on the back. Just basically tells you a little bit about the flashlight, and that's it. Now, if this flashlight looks familiar, well, it should, because it looks almost identical to the Claris E5 with couple different little differences. Like in the flashlight area, the Claris is a little bit smaller, the Warsun is a little bit bigger. The Warsun has this big oval type flashlight. This one has a round one for the Claris, but everything else is pretty much the same. So I wouldn't doubt if it's made by the same manufacturer. Warsun probably gave them their own little specifications. Same thing along with Claris. They probably said, hey, we want it to look this way and have these type of specifications. So it is an aluminum body. You do have a clip that if you have a small enough screwdriver, you can take the clip off if you so wish. Does have a magnetic bottom to it. It's not that strong of a magnet, so kind of be careful about it. Right here is the charging port, which I already showed you the cable is USB type C. And there's your mode switch. Now, this light is basically a floodlight, whether you're using the flashlight or I'm going to call this part the lantern. It's more of a floodlight. There's no spotlight. There's no way to adjust it to make it more into a spot, you know. It's just strictly an area flooding type light. Now, they use cob type LEDs. No, I do not know the type of cob LEDs. You know, like with a regular LED flashlight, you might hear something like Cree LED and this, that, and the other. I don't know what type of cob LEDs they use. They claim it's 675 lumens on the highest mode. They don't tell me the lumen count on any of the other modes. And they also claim that it's 675 milliamp hour battery. I'm thinking it's probably more of a 600, not 675. I think it was a typo. But the funny thing is everywhere I looked, I kind of got a little bit different numbers on battery capacity and the lumen rating. So I'm just going off the main one saying 675. Sorry about that. Someone is texting me early in the morning. I'm just going to go off of what I read off of Amazon, which is 675 lumens for this on high. The run times are fairly accurate that you're going to see, but that's about it for all the technical specs. Now, the way you operate it is the first click you do is going to be the flashlight. Now, if I do a double click, it's going to be a flashing or a strobe light. Okay. Now, it's a simple user interface or UI. So once I click on that, it's going to come right to the flashlight. If I click it again, it comes onto the lantern part. Click it again, it starts on low, medium, high. Now, if I do a double click right now, it goes into a strobe. If I click one more time, it stops. Now, let me run through them again. Flashlight, lantern, low, medium, high. Now here comes the red and blue flashers. I'm going to shut it off real quick because I don't want anyone who's sensitive to flashing lights to have a seizure or anything. And yes, I do show you that in the test video as well. So it is a very straightforward, very simple type EDC flashlight or everyday carry flashlight. So without me saying anything more, let me just get you right into the test video. Then I'll come back and tell you my final thoughts. One thing I did forget, when you do plug it in, right in here, it's going to be the red light when it's charging, then it turns blue when it's fully charged. Doesn't take long to fully charge it either, unless you completely drain the thing, but it takes anywhere from like, I think, an hour or two to completely fill it up with juice. So, like I said, without me talking anymore, sorry about that. So without me going any further, let me just go ahead and show you the test video, come back and let you know my final thoughts about the Warsun T7 Flashlight. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that test video. So what do I think of the Warsun T7 flashlight? Well, I like it. It's, like I said, it's a nice thin little thing, so you can stick it on the visor of your car, on your cap, you know, baseball hat or something like that. Use it kind of like as a headlamp. It's not taking up a whole lot of room. It doesn't weigh a whole lot either, so that way you don't have to wear a headlamp. You can drop it in your glove box of your car, your purse, your pocket. It's a great everyday carry or EDC flashlight. It puts out a pretty decent amount of light for what you pay for it. Now, I paid like maybe 10 or 11 bucks for this thing, so I think it's a really good bargain to get. Really, on these things, the only thing that holds back both of these flashlights is the run times. But they're not really meant to have a long run time. It's, you know, for quick jobs, or maybe turn it on during a power outage so you can find your lantern and or good flashlight, which you should always have, a really good flashlight and a really good lantern, just in case of a power outage or some kind of emergency. That's what this is really for. It's a little bit of a niche thing, but I like it. I keep one, actually I keep my Claris inside my vehicle, and now I'm keeping this inside my bag, so when I go to work, if there happens to be a power outage or something, or I need extra light for something, I have it. And it does, like I said, it doesn't weigh much, doesn't take up a whole lot of room, so it's perfect for when I need it for. It's great to take out for camping, hunting, hiking, just walking your dog. Has a good amount of runtime for that. So yeah, it's great to have. It's a great little flashlight to have, and since it is rechargeable, you can charge it up with anything in, you know, the cigarette lighter in your car, at home with your laptop or whatever. So it's a great little flashlight, and I highly recommend it. I also highly recommend that you head over to the YouTube channel Charles Bridge Tech and see what he has to offer as well. I do like his channel. He does a lot of lights, not just something like this, but you know, headlamps, work lights, all sorts of lights. So go check him out. I think you'll like it. So in closing, the Warsun T7 is a good flashlight, especially at the price point. I would not pay no more than $15 for this thing. Just like the Claris, I did not pay that much money for it. But for the money you pay for it, it's a great flashlight, and I highly recommend you get it. Just like I highly recommend that you get a really good flashlight that has a lot longer runtime than this, and a really good lantern for area lighting in case of like a power outage or some kind of an emergency, or for hiking, camping, hunting, whatever. You should always have at least one really good flashlight and one really good lantern in your home. Okay? So if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. Oh, and before I forget, when you're charging this part right here where the red light was coming out of will turn red as it's charging. It'll turn blue when the light is fully charged. Okay? All right. So now, if you really like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget about the notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video and maybe a few more of my others on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.